What's up, friend, and welcome back to a new video here on the channel. Today we are going to be opening a collector booster box of the new Magic the Gathering set, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I'm an ambassador for the set, so I got sent this collector booster box early. Thank you, Wizard of the Coast, for that. And this video is also brought to you by Ultimate Guard, which provides premium protection for your trading cards, and that also includes these really fun Avatar: The Last Airbender Squaros we can see right here. There's even the Cabbage Merchant, if you can believe it. But I think my favorite has to be Momo, because who doesn't love Momo? These are great deck boxes to store your decks into or your cards, and they'll make a perfect background for this video. So with all that being said, let's open up this collector booster box of Avatar: The Last Airbender. All right, let's dive into our first collector booster pack. I have to open them off camera because I am very bad at opening packs. So card number one, we have Yip Yip, 1 mana instant lesson. So these lessons are pretty exciting because we've seen them in the past from like Strixhaven. We're actually going to go back to Strixhaven in the future as well. So I wonder if they're going to be more relevant there. But obviously, like, the lessons are super flavorful as well for like Avatar: The Last Airbender. And some cards in the set care about like seeing lessons into your graveyard, or you having done something with lessons before. So that's kind of how they matter like within this set. But they seem very strong too. So we have a Yip Yip here. Second card is Earthbending Lesson, 4 mana, sorcery lesson, Earthbend 4. So these bending mechanics are actually really cool in Magic. Earthbending is basically animating a land, so target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that's still a land, but 4 will encounters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. So I think that's where I think Earthbending is pretty strong. Usually, there's some downsides to animating lands. If your opponent removes it, you're down a land. And I do like that Earthbending has like built-in protection against that. If it gets destroyed or exiled, it returns to the battlefield tapped for you, which I think is really nice. And animating lands can be quite strong as well. So I'm excited for Earthbending. Then we have another lesson here. Instant Zuko's Exile, 5 mana. Next card is Amber Island Production, a 5 mana sorcery. Then we have Northern Air Temple. This is a 1 mana legendary enchantment shrine. It's really cool that Avatar is bringing the shrines back. I think it's been quite some time since we've seen some shrines being printed, and they're back now. So shrine enjoyers, that one's for you. Next card is May Jaded Edge. This is a 2 mana creature, legendary creature with prowess and exhaust 3. So for exhaust 3, you could put a double strike counter on May. Interesting. Seems like a pretty valuable red creature right there. Then we have a reprint, Brainstorm. This art is gorgeous. Look at that. Classic. Next up is The Art of Tea. It's another lesson, 2 mana instant. Put a 1 counter on up to 1 target creature control and then create a food token. You know, I love myself a good food token. Next card is Sokka, Wolf Cove's Protector. 3 mana, 3/3 with Vigilance. And then we have a gorgeous basic swamp full art here. Look at Momo. I think Momo is hidden in a lot of like the land cards. He's not so much hidden here, but he is very cute. I like Momo. Next card is Firebender Ascension. This is a 2 mana red enchantment. When this enchantment enters, you create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger with a quest counter on this enchantment. And if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability and you may choose new targets for the copy. It's like a really valuable piece for like firebending. I mean, an enchantment that makes a 2/2 creature with that ability on it is already super valuable. And you have like more payoff for having like firebender stuff triggered. This is pretty nice. This is a good rare. Next up, another rare. We have Lo and Lee, Royal Advisors. This is a 4 mana 3/3 legendary creature. When an opponent discards a card or mills 1 or more cards, you put a 1 counter on each advisor you control. There's an activate ability for 3 mana. Target player mills 4 cards. Okay. They're pretty cool looking, that's for sure. Next, what do we have here? Elemental Teachings, 5 mana instant lesson. Search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. The opponent chooses 2 of those cards, put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Ooh, that seems pretty strong. Okay. Then we have... Ooh, we got like one of the... this is actually... I was actually hoping I would get this one. This is Dockside Extortionist, but it has like the really cool art from the TV series in there. The little like pirates bird situation. So very flavorful for Dockside Extortionist. That is a great card to be getting right here. And then for our last card, we have Airbender Ascension. Oh, this card I am really excited for. The 2-mana enchantment, and when it enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. I'm also really hyped for airbending in general for Standard. I think it's going to be really strong. So whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. I love the art, and I really think airbending, especially with like blinking stuff being super strong, like bouncing it in Standard, I have high hopes for airbending. And this is definitely going to be one of those enchantments that if you're doing something with airbending, you want this in your deck. So this is going to be a really nice one to pick up. And then we have a really cool soldier token and a copy token. All right, let's go and dive into pack number 2. All right, card 1 is Wandering Musicians. This is a 4-mana 2/5 human bard. When this creature attacks, creature you control get +1/+0. Boiling Rock Prison. We got a red-black land. You know I love that. Yoshi's Battle Fan. 2-mana artifact equipment. When it enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token and attach this equipment to it. Those like ally creatures are going to be really important because there's a lot of cards that have like payoff for allies. So keep those in mind. Destined Confrontation, 4-mana sorcery. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less and sacrifice all the other creatures. Ooh. Also, the art is just incredible. Next up, we got Earth Rumble. This is a 4-mana sorcery of an absolute icon. Souls of War, 2-mana enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a clue token. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This ability triggers only once. I always love these types of cards when I play sacrifice decks. Like, not only is this an enchantment, a permanent, that creates a permanent clue token, and it also makes more permanents for you. So all those permanents are like more and more like sacrifice fodder, which is always what you're looking for whenever you're playing sacrifice decks. So this could be pretty big. I'm thinking about like Rotten-Mouthed Viper and stuff like that would really enjoy that card. Dragon Moose, 4-mana 3/3 Dragon Elk with haste. Oh, this has to be like my favorite creature, the Otter Penguin. 3-mana 2/3, put a 1/1 counter creature. Super simple, but the art though, that is just too cute. Suspicious Bouquets, 2-mana wall. Here we have a Plains, and we see Appa right there. Very, very pretty. Next card, Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. This is a 5-mana human warrior ally, legendary creature. It's a 3/3 with vigilance. When Katara enters, you create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Waterbend X. Creatures you control have a base power and toughness XX until the end of turn. X can't be 0. Activate only during your turn. This is like a pretty good like water bending commander, I'd say, if that's what you're looking to do. So very nice art as well. They're so like shiny too. Like I'm telling you guys, like having the sun next to me is really like doing these cards justice instead of the darkness of the previous set reviews we had. Okay, Allied Teamwork. We have a 3-mana enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, and allies you control get +1/+1. Next up, we got Wartime Protesters. This is a 4-mana human rebel ally, haste. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature, and it gains haste until the end of turn. Like payoff for that strategy. Next card, Join the Dance. 2-mana sorcery. Create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens, flashback 5. Remember, I think that was from Midnight Hunt, right? I love the art on that though, really cute. Next up, we have Firebender Ascension. This is the alt art from the card that we just saw. Like, we have 2 Firebender Ascensions now, but this one is like part of like a 3 card piece, I think, or there's even like more art pieces in there. So maybe we can collect the full frame of that. But Firebender Ascension seems like really strong, so always good rare to pick up for sure. And then we have a nice art piece here from Katara. Very nice. All right, let's get into pack number 3. Here we go. Card number 1. The Giant Koi, 6 mana, 5/7 creature. Fish with Waterbend 3 and Island Cycling 2. Yuyan Archers, 2 mana, 3/1. Human Archer with Reach. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That's a good effect in Standard right now. The Surtur's Disciple, 2 mana, 2/2. We have Wolfbat, 3 mana, 2/2 Wolfbat creature. I just love it. It reminds me of like Demon Wall, which is a demon and a wall with flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may pay black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Love those effects. Earth Kingdom Protectors, 1 mana, 1/1. Human Soldier ally, Vigilance. Sacrifice this creature and another target ally you control gains indestructible until the end of turn. Like, so much payoff for the ally creature type. It'll be really interesting to see what we can do with that. Longfen, the Grand Secretariat, 3 mana, 2/3 legendary creature, Human Advisor. Whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Could be a spicy card to play with. Tundra Wall, 2 mana, 0/4 Wall. Yep. Next card, we got Frog Squirrels, which is a frog and a squirrel. You gotta love it. They're cute. Bhumi's Feast Lecture, 2 mana, Sorcery Lesson. We got one of those lessons again. And here's our basic island with Momo right there in the corner. Very, very beautiful. Really like the island, the basic lands in the set. And we have United Front. This is an X white sorcery where you create X 1/1 white ally creature tokens and put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I think this is a pretty strong card. Like, the 1/1 counters on each creature you control. I can think of a couple decks that I'd want this in. Maybe especially combine it with something like Elspeth Stormslayer. Could get out of hand really quickly. So we'll see what we can do with that card. Fire Nation Archers, 4 mana, 3/4 with Reach and an activated ability which costs 5 mana. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Create a 2/2 red soldier. Next card. Aang and Katara. The art is just too cute. Wow, this is a 6 mana, 5/5 legendary creature, human avatar ally. Whenever Aang and Katara enter or attack, you create X 1/1 white ally creature tokens, where X is the number of tapped artifacts and or creatures you control. So that's just too cute. Next up, Fervor. This is a 3 mana enchantment. Creatures you control have haste. Very classic. Love to have such a thing. And the last card is the Raven Eagle. Oh, I love the like notebook type of like treatment that some of these cards get. This one has it. 3 mana, 2/3 bird assassin creature with flying. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Like, this card does so much, and the stats are also okay. Like a 3 mana, 2/3 with flying. You know, you do something when it enters, which I think is always valuable, like a good ETB effect. You could make clue tokens. And then also for drawing cards, you get like rewarded. So, and there's a lot of card draw going on in Standard specifically. I mean, I look at most of these cards and I think about Standard, of course. It's my favorite format. So Raven Eagle could be an absolute banger. Love to see it. And we have the token here, a clue and an ally token. Oh, that's gorgeous. All right, pack number 4. All right, off we go. Card number 1 is going to be Earth Kingdom Soldiers, a 5 mana, 3/4 human soldier. Watery Grasp, 1 mana aura. Messenger Hawk, 3 mana 1/2 Bird Scout. Then we have Master Piandao, 5 mana 4/4 Human Warrior Ally. So if I butcher somebody's names, I really do apologize. I try my best. Haru, Hidden Talent, 2 mana 1/1. Whenever another ally you control enters, Earthbend 1. That could be really nice. Really good Earthbending card. Iroh's Demonstration, 2 mana Lesson. Sorcery speed, deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent control, or deals 4 damage to target creature. I like the flexibility of that. This could be really strong. Remember back in the day, we did play like 1 mana spells that did 1 damage to creatures. Really good against certain like decks, and this also can be flexible enough to deal 4 damage to a target creature for 2 mana. That's a good rate. Then we have Deny Entry, 3 mana instant. Dire Sight, 3 mana sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards, you lose 2 life. Also beautiful art. Next card, Katara, Heroic Healer, 5 mana 2/3 creature. We have our basic swamp right here. This is like the Appa version. Very pretty. We have our first rare Iroh Tea Master, 3 mana 2/2 Human Citizen Ally. When Iroh enters, you create a food token. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token and put a 1/1 counter on that token for each permanent you own with your opponent's control. I think this would make a really fun commander. Definitely some chaos with that card for sure. Crystalline Armor. This is a 4 mana enchantment aura. Enchanted creature, and then enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control and has trample. Next card is Realm of Code. This is an enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You can tap it for black or spend 4 mana and tap it to create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Now that could make a great win con for certain decks. I like these, like the land cycle of these as well that look for basic lands. I think sometimes basic lands would get appreciated enough, and especially if you're doing like a mono-colored situation, like a mono black or something, this could be very strong. Next card is the Taunting Challenge. 3 mana sorcery. All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. Remember this like episode really well. It scared me a little bit as a kid, and then it turned out all right at the end. It turned out to be not so evil. And our last card is Iroh Tea Master again. All right, Iroh, we do like you, so it's okay. It's okay. And they have a really cute little art card right here. All right, let's get into the next pack. First card. Daily Indoctrination. 2 mana sorcery lesson. Walltop Sentries, 3 mana 2/3 Human Soldier Ally. Iguana Parrot, 3 mana 2/2. That's the parrot from like the first pack. Cute. And we have Buzzard Wasp Colony, 4 mana 2/2 Bird Insect. Zuko, Exiled Prince. This is a 4 mana 4/3 creature, firebending 3. Whenever this creature attacks, add 3 red mana on this mana less until the end of combat. Activate ability, 3, exile the top card of your library, and you may play that card this turn. So really cool that, you know, the firebending that you get from attacking, you can immediately put into the creature. Just pretty cool. I think firebending is going to be really good for that. White Lotus Reinforcements. Very basic, like, Selesnya card. 3 mana, 2/3 Vigilance. Other allies you control get +2 or +1/+1. Almost said it wrong. Run Amok, 2 mana instant. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample to the end of the turn. Next up, Mechanical Gliders, 1 mana artifact equipment. Beautiful Knowledge Seeker, 3 mana 2/2 Fox Spirits. We have our basic land here. This is a forest. Can I see Momo? I do see like the... like a creature right there. Very, very pretty. Okay, first rare Elemental Teachings. We've seen this card already. This is a 5 mana instant lesson. Next up, we have Tui and La, Moon and Ocean. Definitely butchered that. I apologize about that. 4 mana, 3/3 legendary creature, Fish Spirit. Becomes tapped. Whenever it becomes tapped, draw a card, and whenever it becomes untapped, put a 1/1 counter on them. Fish Spirits. Very beautiful. Fire Nation Drill. This is a 4 mana 6/3 legendary artifact vehicle with trample. When Fire Nation Drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. For 1 mana, permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn with a crew cost of 2. I think this card is so strong. Like, when it enters, you may tap it and then destroy creature with power 4 or less. That's nearly like all creatures that get played in Standard. Being able to get rid of hexproof and indestructible is great. And it's also just a 6/3 trample vehicle with crew 2. Legendary artifact as well, so you could be thinking about like the, what is that, 3 mana artifact that gets played in those synthesizer decks that can like tutor an artifact up by like sacrificing one. And being able to tutor up like an artifact like this could be really nice. Next up, we got Searing Blood. Classic with a really cool style. And then we have the last card, Avatar Destiny. I mean, this is just... this art, man. Look at that. The, like, galaxy stuff. Wow. Also, Avatar Destiny is a crazy card. We were talking about that on stream the other day. 4 mana enchantment aura. You enchant creature you control. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to its other types. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. I mean, this is just crazy for aura decks, self-mill decks. It just does so much. Even though it's 4 mana, like, it has just an immediate impact. And, like, this art is just very, very gorgeous. And then we have our token right here. All right, next pack. Let's get started. Lightning Strike. Love to see it. Gotta make sure that stays in Standard. Cycle of Renewal. 3 mana instant lesson. Glider Kids. 3 mana 2/3 human pilot ally. Ozai's Cruelty. 3 mana sorcery lesson. Deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. That's harsh. War Balloon. 3 mana 4/3 vehicle with flying. Dragonfly Swarm. 3 mana creature, 3 toughness, flying and ward 1. When its power is equal to the number of non-creature non-land cards in your graveyard, and when this creature dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. Now, this reminds me just a lot of like the old, you know, Izzet cards from back in the Ravnica days. And it's also like payoff for lesson, which I really like. This is a really nice creature in my opinion. Elephant Rat, which is an elephant and a rat. Wow. Love it. Zuko's Offense. 1 mana sorcery, deals 2 damage to any target. Then we have Combustion Technique. This is a 2 mana instant. Combustion Technique deals damage equal to 2 plus the number of lesson cards in your graveyard to target creature. The creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Seems pretty strong. Also, the art is fantastic on this. Planes. Basic Planes. And there we have our good friend Momo. Ooh, we got Avatar Roku right here. The Legend of Roku. 4 mana enchantment saga. And you exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Add 1 mana of any color for the 2nd chapter, and the 3rd chapter, exile the saga and return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, which is going to be Avatar Roku. Firebending 4, and for 8 mana you create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying and firebending 4. It's a really good like firebending payoff in this. Just pump it into Roku and get yourself a dragon. Very cool. Next up we have Jet, the Rebel Leader. 4 mana 3/4 human rebel. And whenever Jet attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card of mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, with the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. 3-mana enchantment, creature control have whenever this creature becomes tapped for the first time during each of your turns, put a 1/1 counter on it. We got ourselves the Heroic Intervention. Wow. Good Zuko. And the last card is going to be Foggy Swamp Visions. This card is not only incredibly gorgeous, but also really, really exciting and strong. 3-mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. This card is going to be crazy. Like, I cannot wait to build some like silly deck around this. But also, like, who knows, you know? Like, in Standard, we have cards like the Reanimator, like the Sultai Reanimator deck. Like, imagine playing something like this against it. Or maybe playing this in there? Like, I don't know. But this is going to be some crazy stuff. Beautiful. And then we have ourselves a Clue token. And a really cute ally token. Alright, next pack. Card number 1. Got ourselves the Turtle Duck. Too cute. 1 mana 0/4 Turtle Bird. Yoshi Warriors. 4 mana 3/3 human warrior ally. Foggy Swamp Hunters. 4 mana 3/4 human ranger ally. The Cave of Two Lovers. 4 mana enchantment saga. Leaves from the Vine. 2 mana enchantment saga. Mill 3 cards and create a food token. I actually think this card is going to be very, very playable because we have a lot of these like 2 mana green cards that like mill yourself, and I think there's actually a lot of value in this card. So we have a 2 mana enchantment that mills you for 3 and make a food. That's already worth it. Then you can just get a 1/1 counter on each of the 2 target creatures. Fine. Then you get to draw a card if there's a lesson in your graveyard. But I think it just does a lot more than some of these like more basic enchantment sagas that like mill you. It's also, you know, something that you can maybe bring back like as an enchantment or care about it for like a card type. So I actually think this could see a decent amount of play in like self-mill decks. Professor Zay, Anthropologist. 2 mana 0/3 human advisor. Explosive Shot. Koala Sheep, which is a bear sheep. Cute. Got Roku's Mastery, X Red Instant. Here we have another swamp with a Appa flying over it. You know me, I like collecting a good swamp so I can play with them in my decks. We got Iroh, the Grand Lotus. This is a 6 mana 5/5 human noble. Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost, and during your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. That will make for a very cool commander. Duelist Heritage. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures attack, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike until the end of turn. We have the Earth King. Oh, the art is so cute. 4 mana, human noble. And when the Earth King enters, you create a 4/4 green bear creature token. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 4 or greater attack, search your library for up to that many basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield, tap and shuffle. Ooh, I mean, there's like a lot of like power 4 relevant stuff happening in Standard with like the Temur Battlecryer pile. So I wonder if this fits in it. This is really, really neat though. Oh, I see a nice card there. The Empty City Ruse. And then we have Avatar Kuruk right here as well. Get to the front of that. Gorgeous. 4 mana enchantment saga. First and second chapter, you get to scry 2 and then draw a card. The third chapter, you exile the saga, return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, and you get yourself Avatar Kuruk. Legendary creature. 4/3. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Exhaust Waterbend 20 to take an extra turn after this one. And then we have ourselves a spirit poppy token. Time for our next pack. Card number 1. Avatar Enthusiast. 3 mana 2/2. Human Peasant. The Foggy Bottom Swamp. Flexible Waterbender. 4 mana 2/5. Human Warrior. Fire Navy Trebuchet. 3 mana 0/4 wall. Quite a good amount of walls in this set, actually. Combustion Man. 5 mana 4/6 Human Assassin. When it attacks, destroy target permanent unless his controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to his power. We got Flopsy. Umi's Buddy. 6 mana 4/4 Ape Goat. Love Flopsy. Giant Fly. 3 mana 2/2 Insect. Many Partings. 1 mana sorcery. Coastal Piracy. The Art. 4 mana enchantment. Then we have ourselves another basic forest. You see Appa right there. And we have a Raven Eagle, but this time just like the regular art. We've seen this in a couple packs ago. I think this was pack number 2 or 3. Fire Lord Ozai. 4 mana 4/4 Human Noble. Whenever Fire Lord Ozai attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, add an amount of red equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Until end of combat, you don't lose this mana at step's end. For 6 mana, you can exit the top card of each opponent's library. At the end of turn, you may play one of those cards without paying its mana cost. Avatar's Wrath. 4 mana sorcery. Choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. For your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands and exile Avatar's Wrath. I think this card is going to be a problem. It reminds me a lot of another card. Just mark my words. Like, this is not going to be cute. Okay, next up. Sun-Baked Canyon. Love this art as well. Very pretty. And then for our last card, we have Azula, the Cunning Usurper. This art, I'm like stunned a little. I love Azula. I think she is so cool. Wow. We have a 5 mana 4/4 Human Noble Rogue. Firebending 2. When Azula enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. So it's actually really cool how like the firebending like ties into like casting them with flash. So Azula helps you cast those cards, which I think is just really neat. Like, this card either deserves a dedicated standard deck or like a commander deck built around it because it is incredible. I'm obsessed with the art. We have ourselves a clue and an ally token. Another pack. Let's open it. Card number 1. Aang's Journey. 2 mana lesson. Meditation Pools. This is a Simic land. Earth Rumble Wrestlers. 4 mana 3/4 Human Warrior Performer. We have another shrine here, the Southern Air Temple. 4 mana legendary enchantment. Knowledge Seeker. 2 mana 2/1 Fox Spirit. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this. When it dies, create a clue. Good value. Trusty Boomerang. 1 mana artifact equipment. Got Explore. Classic. Eat the Swarm. Another classic. The Duke. Rebel Sentry. 1 mana 0/1 Human Rebel. Enters with a 1/1 counter. Move or counter, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control, and it gets hexproof. Another Forest. It's the same one. Papa's line right there. Into the spice here. Waterbender Ascension. 2 mana enchantment. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 more quest counters on it, draw a card. Waterbend 4. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Ooh, I love myself a good can't be blocked moment. We got Tuianla again, the Moon and Ocean. Ooh, the Secret of Bloodbending. This card is so cool. I also, you know, of course, I really enjoyed like the bloodbending storyline within Avatar. And this card is just like perfect. This is a 4 mana sorcery lesson, but you gotta spend blue to get yourself. And also you have to spend an additional cost as well. You have to, as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 10. So blue, waterbend 10. And then you get something really powerful. You control target opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell's additional cost is paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. Exile Secret of Bloodbending. I mean, it couldn't be any more flavorful. It is truly evil, just like Bloodbending is. And yeah, this card is a banger. I like it a lot. Then we have Fevered Visions. Love the art actually on that too. Alright, last card here, guys. Egna Kella. I think I say that right. I don't know. Sorry once again if I don't. This is the basic land. Enter stats unless you control a basic land. Tap it for blue. For 3 mana, you can draw a card and then discard a card. That is a good effect. Really good effect. And a clue. And an ally token. Oh, this is just... love it. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's open another one. Card number 1. The North Pole Gates. Dongjon's Deserters. Compassionate Healer. 2 mana, 2/2 Human Cleric. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain 1 life, scry 1. Gran. Gran actually looks really strong, not gonna lie. 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever Gran becomes tapped, draw a card, discard a card. Non-creature spells you cast costs 1 less to cast, as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. But even this already being, whenever it becomes tapped, draw a card, discard a card, like a loot effect, and it's pretty easy to tap creatures to in standard. I mean, you got crewing, stationing, there are certain like creatures that you can tap in order to like ramp up mana. We have those like planets and stuff. So don't underestimate Gran. I think she could do some very scary stuff. Aang, the Last Airbender. Beautiful. 4 mana, 3/2 creature. Flying when Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target non-net permanent. And whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until the end of turn. I like Momo right there. Cute. Can you tell I'm a Momo stan? Fire Nation Warship. 3 mana, 4/4 vehicle with reach. When it dies, create a clue token. Clue 2. Inspired Insurgent. 2 mana, 2/2 Human Peasant. Capital Guard. 2 mana, 2/2 Human Soldier. Fire Nation's Conquest. 3 mana enchantment where creature control get +1/+0. We have ourselves a basic mountain. Wow. The Appa right there. Got Sokka, the Tenacious Tactician. It's a 4 mana 3/3 human warrior ally and menace prowess, and other allies you control have menace and prowess. When you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. It's gonna be a very scary card. Very scary. Also a really cool commander. Nila Shirshu Sleuth. No clue if I said that right. 5 mana 4/5 Mole Beast. When Nila enters, exile up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard. If you do, lose X life and create X clue tokens, where X is X is that card's mana value. Beginning of your end step, if you control no clues, return target card exiled with Nila to its owner's hand. Mole Beast. Ooh, we got Katara, Waterbending Master. 2 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. Whenever Katara attacks, you may draw a card for each experience counter you have. If you do, discard a card. That was a good card. Agent of Treachery. Man, I hated this card when it was good in standard. I just remember the trauma of like Luca, Agent of Treachery. Was it Fires of Invention? Oh man. traumatized me. Last card is United Front. Oh, the gorgeous art on this, you guys. Look at that. That is just so incredibly clean. Okay, this has to be like my favorite card that we pulled so far. That is just... yeah. It looks beautiful with like the foil treatment and like the pitch black. I feel like this camera I got because I wanted to make some higher recording, like quality recording for you guys, but I don't even feel like it's doing it justice. Like, look how beautiful that is. Wow. We got ourselves a clue and a ally token as well. 2 packs left. Let's dive into the second to last pack. Card number 1. Razor Rings, 2 mana instant. Deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. You gain life equal to the excess damage dealt. Alright, not bad. Origin of Metal Bending. Stuff is so cool. It's a lesson. I actually think this is pretty good. So you destroy target artifact or enchantment, or you put a 1/1 counter on target creature control, and it gains indestructible near the end of the turn. Like, I could see decks that play Snakeskin Veil pick this up instead, because I think the flexibility for 1 additional mana is kind of huge. There's a lot of like relevant artifacts and enchantments in standard, and I think the flexibility may make people spend an additional mana over like something like a Snakeskin Veil. Abandoned Attachments, 2 mana instant lesson. The Spirit Oasis, another shrine, 3 mana. When it enters, draw a card of each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. Wonder if we can do something with the shrines in standard. Price of Freedom, 2 mana sorcery lesson. Kyoshi Island Plaza. Another shrine, the green one. I think we have all the color shrines now. Hippo cows. Deeply unserious. Thriving Bluff. Crashing Wave, 2 mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend Axe. Also, the art is incredible. Tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among tapped creatures your opponent control. Okay, stun counters. Ourselves another basic island. Momo. Ooh, Code of Face Stealer, 6 mana, 6/6. Shapeshifter Spirit. When it enters, exile up to 1 other target creature. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it. Pay 1 life and choose a creature card exiled with Ko, and Ko has activated triggered abilities of the last chosen card. This is scary. New commander just dropped. Who this? Zuko, Firebending Master, 2 mana 2/2, first strike. Firebending X, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Whenever you cast a spell during combat, you gain an experience counter. We got Fire Lord Azula. I'm collecting all the Azula cards, and I couldn't be happier. This is a different one, though. This is the Grixis card, 4/4, Human Noble. Firebending 2, whenever you cast a spell with Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So this is actually, I think this is the more playable Azula out of the 2 standard legal ones. So look forward to a Grixis Azula deck. And then we have the Mayor Tong of Chin Village. And then our last card, Nervous. It's Elemental Teachings again. We have 3 copies of this card now. And we got ourselves a clue. And ally. Alright everyone. Our last pack of this collector booster box opening. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's get into it. Here we go. Card number 1 of the last pack. Rocky Rebuke. 2 mana instant. We got a Platypus Bear, which is a Platypus Bear. So many of these cards in this set. So silly. Demon Wall Enjoyers, eat your heart out. Umashu City. Vengeful Villagers, 4 mana 3/3 Human Citizen. Epic Downfall. Actually loved that card back in the day. Happy to see it back. Cruel Administrator, 5 mana 5/4 Human Soldier. creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it if it attacks this turn. I like the rate mechanic. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. With the Thriving Heath. The Purple Pentapus. These are so adorable, man. Crack me up. Yoshi Warrior Exemplars. 4-mana 4/3 human warrior. Got ourselves the basic mountain. Very nice. Fire Nation Palace. Is on enter tapped unless you control a basic land. You can tap it for red, or 2 mana, target creature control gains Firebending 4 until the end of turn. That is kind of crazy. Like, this land is very, very scary to me. Then we have the Overwhelming Victory. 5 mana lesson. Overwhelming Victory deals 5 damage to target creature. Each creature you control gains trample and gets +X or 0 until the end of turn. Racks the amount of excess damage dealt this way. We got Iroh, Dragon of the West. 4 mana 4/4 human noble with haste and mentor. Beginning of combat on your turn, each creature you control with a counter on it gains Firebending 2 until the end of turn. Then I have Insurrection. Really cool art. The foil on that, beautiful. And our last card here of this collector booster box is going to be the Abandoned Air Temple. When it enters tapped, unless you control a basic land, you can tap it for 4, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. It's going to be really strong too. Like I said, I'm a really big fan of these lands that reward you for playing basic lands. And yeah, I think they all look really strong too, so love to see that. Got a bear token and a food token here. And with that, our collector booster box opening comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching this far. Let me know in the comments what your favorite card is out of the ones you've seen. Let me know what cards you're looking forward to opening. Once again, thank you, Ultimate Guard, and also thank you so much to Wizard of the Coast for, allowing me to do this. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed something a little bit different.